Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's our next project. This is a Guild 12-string guitar, model F112. And we looked up the serial number, and it looks like it's from when?
1973.
1973. Serial number 79203. So this guitar is in not great shape. The belly is terribly distorted on it. The top is, or the bridge is lifting off. And when it was strung up to pitch, the action at the 12th fret is 3/16 of an inch, which is pretty unplayable. And also the intonation was really not good. That's at least in part because the strings are so high, they get pressed down and distorted more than they should. So we're going to address that. What else?
We have a crack in the top.
Yep, crack in the top
Here that needs
right
to be
there.
sorted out. And then in the back, there's a big, wow. And there's actually some separation of the back from the side here. So
Yeah,
I don't know if
see
we'll
that.
have to lift this binding to get at that, or if we can get at it. We'll have to put a scope inside and take a look at that and see what's going on in the inside. This kind of
Somebody repaired
that, sort of.
Sort of. And then there's a crack here.
Yeah,
It's a mahogany back and sides.
right.
Supposed to be a nicely regarded guitar.
Yes, yeah, you're right. We took a look at it on the internet, and everybody has nice things to say about the guitar.
Yes, and
It's played by some fairly popular people.
yeah, according to the internet, which always speaks the truth, it's a favored guitar by many musicians, including John Mayer and Tommy Emmanuel. So one of the things I was talking about with Jeff, what I want to do is, because the intonation is really suspect on this guitar, and it's often not great in the bass strings on any 12-string guitar, is I want to fill in the saddle slot and make a new saddle slot with a more pronounced taper to it so that we can have better compensation on the bass strings.
Yeah, and Gary was saying that we'll make that slot wider when we do that, so that we can adjust the crowning of the saddle a little bit
the
more.
break point,
Right.
so we can sort of fine tune the intonation.
A little bit more. Obviously, we're going to have to, well, I don't know if it's obvious or not, but we are going to pull the bridge off. We have some work that we're going to do on the soundboard that will require us to remove the bridge.
Yeah,
So-
trying to reduce this belly
Right.
with heat pressing, and then probably putting in a new bridge plate, thicker, so that it'll, once we reduce the belly, the new bridge plate will hold that in place.
Right.
The pick guard's okay, isn't it?
It looked like it might be trying to lift, but I'm not sure. Like here at this edge, it looks like
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay.
And
So-
then we'll address all of the cracks. Then I guess once we get all that done, we'll take a look and see how the string height is. But I am betting you that we're going to have to do a neck reset.
Could be.
That's just
I hope not,
uncommon.
but right.
I mean, it doesn't look like the seam line along the neck is failed.
No, not at all. It would be a reset because of the
Distortion in the sound.
yeah. These tuners are definitely not original. They would have been 6 on a plate, and so somebody along the line replaced them with some nice quality Schaller tuners, which is good.
Oh yeah.
Makes a little bit more head heavy, but That's what straps are for. So, okay, first thing we're gonna just take off the strings and remove the bridge and start working on reducing this belly. This is the heating blanket, and we always just hold it down to direct the heat a little bit more right onto the bridge. So we'll warm up the bridge for 15 or 20 minutes and then start trying to pry it off. Yeah, it's coming. I think we maybe want to heat this side a little bit more. Just
Okay.
It was glued down more firmly than that
Okay.
side. Got the bridge off, no problem. The bridge plate has a pretty big footprint, and that's a good thing, but it doesn't feel all that thick to me. So what we're going to do is try to determine the thickness of the bridge plate. We've got this thing called a magic probe, which is a magnet and a steel ball, and we get readouts in thousandths of an inch and millimeters as to thicknesses of whatever we're measuring. So what I'm going to do is stick the steel ball on the soundboard right in front of the bridge plate. There we go. And we get a thickness in front of the bridge plate of 95 mils, which is 0.095 inches. That's quite thin. I mean, I would worry if I had a 6-string guitar with that kind of thickness. So now I'm going to move the probe and the ball to where they're on the bridge plate, but in front of where the bridge was glued. And it's 0.228 mils, or inches. And what does that come out to? About
130?
30 thousandths of an inch, which is about a right thickness for a bridge plate. Maybe a little bit thicker than I would do on a 6-string. I normally have that at about 110. So it's a little bit thicker, but this soundboard is so thin.
Yeah, considering the thinness of the rest of the soundboard.
Yeah, so checking farther back, it's 104 mils.
Yeah, we were commenting earlier that that's about the thickness of that Martin 000 that from 27 that we worked on.
Yeah, yeah, which was under a lot less tension than a 12-string guitar.
Right.
So just checking another spot, we're at 0.104, so it's
Fairly consistent.
consistently thin.
Yeah, we just didn't randomly hit the thin spot.
Right.
Yep.
102.
Yep.
Okay, so I still feel like we maybe want to put another piece over the current bridge plate to just try to stiffen this area a little bit. That's after we try reducing the belly with the heat press. So let's look inside, make sure that none of the braces are loose, and check out those cracks a little bit more.
Okay.